your need for finance is far greater than your need for protection. R. Nelson Nash. Hello and welcome to the Durham Talents channel. My name is Jesse Durham. Welcome to our 100th installation to our quotes series, where we normally evaluate some financial quote with an infinite banking lens, but today we're using a quote right from the man, the myth, the legend himself, the conceiver of this infinite banking concept, R. Nelson Nash. And he said that our need of finance is far greater than our need of protection. Now, let me be the first to say that prior to implementing the infinite banking concept in my life, my wife and I, we owned whole life policies on each of our family members. At the time, that was myself, her, and our oldest son. We owned whole life insurance on each of us. And when I learned about the infinite banking concept, of course, we started buying properly structured whole life policies with mutual companies that pay dividends for the banking purpose. Okay, so things changed for sure. We wanted products from different companies at that point. And again, we own multiple policies with multiple companies at this point. But we wanted to buy policies from certain companies, certain types of policies built for a certain purpose, which is accounting for our need of finance. And all this came from a time in R. Nelson Nash's life when he was in a very significant financial duress. Now, whether you're in some form of financial duress or whether times are great, it doesn't matter. What happens is that everything is financed. Good times, bad times, doesn't matter. Everything is financed. Either we borrow somebody else's money on their terms and conditions, and perhaps we even front collateral, okay? And we assume risk and all these other different things, and we pay them interest for that. And that's money that forever leaves our hands. Or we set aside capital somewhere. A good question to ask is where? And again, what risk do you assume? Are you accounting for inflation, taxation, etc.? But we set aside cash somewhere, and when we have enough, we liquidate it. It's gone. And pay cash for that thing. Well, everything's financed one of those two ways, unless you amass capital somewhere that you own and control. So an entity it's a private asset, it's a compounding asset, it's an appreciating asset. Okay, it's a properly structured whole life policy with a mutual company that pays dividends. And you can leverage that asset because that asset has cash values, and you can leverage those cash values, make a policy loan, and go out and finance the car, finance the education, finance the home, finance the vacation, whatever it is that you happen to be doing, whatever it is you're already going on. See, just by adding that one step, now you're amassing capital somewhere where you own and control. You're accounting for your need of finance. You're not bleeding out the same interest dollars that you otherwise would be, like the average American is. And now, because you own this entity, you can grow and compound your money forever, all while leveraging it the way I just described. And now, because you still have that asset, once you've bought or financed whatever it is that you have, you can recapture principal dollars, interest dollars, profit dollars back into your privatized banking system. So again, good times or bad times, but for Nash, he said he had this awakening to the infinite banking concept during a very difficult financial time, where he arrived at knowing that yes, everybody should account for protection, no question. Everybody should be adequately protected and have coverage. But our need of finance is far greater than our need. And here, furthermore, here's what happens. He says that when you account for your need of finance, you'll ultimately end up with more death benefit than you otherwise could have been approved for. Okay? Meaning that as you own these types of policies and you take that dividend and apply it towards paid up additional insurance, see that guaranteed death benefit is just going to grow. It's going to compound, okay? So that number is going to go up. And eventually, of course, you can get to the point where, especially if you're using your policy for banking purposes, I mean, so far I'd only described, just owning the policy, paying premiums. It grows and compounds when you get a dividend. You apply that towards paid up additional insurance. But what if you're actually using your policy for the banking purpose, and interest dollars that otherwise would have gone somewhere else? If that can be fit into the policy, at least as much as possible, then that can grow and increase as well. So you're funding this policy in a way that you have access to a growing pool of money. The death benefit grows, and of course it can get to where it's a level that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to be originally approved for at the start, at the underwriting of that policy. So me, our need for finance is far greater than our need of death benefit. And Rome wasn't built in a day. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. Now, having practiced this concept for going on 8 years, my wife and I own multiple policies with multiple companies. But it started by paying significant premiums, what was significant to us at the time, almost 8 years ago now. And for that first policy, deciding to capitalize our own privatized banking system, to begin on the path of becoming our own bankers. And then over a course of our lifetime now, that's the vision ahead of us, because we're still on our way. But to account for that need of finance ourselves, not be beholden to the conventional enslaving banking system. Okay. And I would encourage you that if you'd like to have a conversation about how to implement the infinite banking concept and make this a reality in your life, that you're accounting for your need of finance, you're getting the coverage and protection that you should have all at the same time by becoming your own banker, and I look forward to having that conversation with you. Now, this has been a great pleasure for me. I look forward to our next conversation. Have a great day. Take care. Oh, how am I supposed to? Wow. 100 episodes of quotes.
Yes, he's do something special for this 100th episode.
Really? And what would you say that should be?
Well, I don't know. I was just sitting here thinking, 100 episodes is a big number. It's special, isn't it? Maybe you could entertain the folks.
Oh, but how would I do that?
Hey, you know that thing that you do where you use a different voice when you're talking? Do that. That's good. Sometimes they laugh at that. The bloopers, That makes the people laugh, yeah. Do that.
All right, well, I'll give it my best effort.
If I was you, Jesse, I'd pick some voice that kind of rings true to an old show that people enjoyed. There's something about whistling. It's something like that. Try that one.
Hey, you guys don't know what you're talking about, okay? Leave Jesse alone. He just got through doing 100 episodes of famous quotes, okay? Get out of here.
Happy 100th episode.
I can't help but think about Jackie Chan when I do that one. I love Jackie Chan.
Welcome to the Durham Talents channel. Today is our 100th inaugural episode of the Quotes series.
That was
deep in the heart of the Serengeti. Craftily there snuck up a 100th episode.
100 episodes. That was all right. See, sometimes I can't think about it. I just gotta try it, and maybe it comes out okay.
Elmo wants to be in the 100th episode. This takes a little bit of coffee. I like coffee. Do you like coffee?
Episode 100. There is no try, only do.
And in this corner, we have the 100th episode.
My name is Antonio Banderas. Welcome to our 100th episode.
Yeah.
I'm a real boy.
I've got no strings to hold me down.
Smeagol.
100th.
100th episode.
the 100th episode.
That's too much. That's going to scare people. People's children watching this. That's going to scare somebody. I mean, I was thinking of the Grinch when I did it. So, I mean, in all fairness.
Hello.
Name that movie.
Welcome to our 100th episode.
I declare, it's a right noble thing to have a 100th episode. It's truly inspirational, Jesse. Well done, sir. I thank you very much. That was very kind of you to say. If you're ready for the next 100, make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below if you'd like to see more of these financial quotes and how we address them with an infinite banking lens.
100 episodes! World champion!